Hi, she's here.
Hi, Subha. Good evening.
Okay, yay, successfully you came in. Hi, Cherry. So we will just wait like another 2-3 minutes and then
Sure.
we will start, Akka. I'm nervous, Akka.
You have said it, but I haven't said it. That's the only difference.
Yeah, the diva is here. Mary Akka said like the diva.
Very. Oh, she's so sweet as usual.
How are you, Akka?
I'm good. And how are you? How have you been doing?
I am great, but I'm just nervous right now.
So beautiful. I can
Thank you.
stop staring at your lipstick. I love color. PM tepi later, yeah?
Tashaka started. She's like, beautiful teeth. Thank you, Tashaka. I'm so conscious now.
No. Please, your asset is your smile.
So how was your day, Akka, today?
Pretty hectic. From morning, today is like my Zoom day. I don't know. So many classes, courses, So after this, I can
Yeah,
chill.
I had class too, like practically the whole day, and I slept off for a bit. I woke up feeling so nervous. Yeah, Jayamala Akka, thank you so much.
Hey, hi. Rosh Akka is there. Hi, Rosh. Bimu Akka is there.
Hello, Tanusha.
Tanusha.
Is it me or your sound is lagging? Really? Is my
Really?
sound like? I don't know.
Am I okay?
Like, let me just check with my sisters. Can one of y'all go live and see if my sound is like? It's like my whole family is here.
Your sound is not lagging. I can clearly, it's not
Okay.
lagging. Maybe.
Is my sound lagging, Chalu? Like, is any of our sound okay? Better. Ashaka said now it's better.
How about mine? Is it okay? Or should I wear
Hi.
on a earphone?
Okay, Mariaka said both clear for me. I guess so. It's okay. I think I will just start introducing myself first, and then we'll go for the questions. So everyone who actually came in, oh hi Aslin, everyone who came in, thank you so much for giving us your time. So basically, this is Shobhaka's sound is lagging, both clear. Okay, we will just continue first, and if in between the sound is lagging or anything, then chat just let us know. Okay, and so chit chat with Ashni. So what does it actually mean, and why this whole time was started is because I basically get inspiration from a lot of people on my day-to-day basis. So I just want to bring all these people who have inspired me so much in like whatever they are doing, so that people who are watching this can be inspired as well. So I was very, very persistent that I wanted Shobhaka to be like my first guest, especially on Teachers' Day, because yeah, I'm going to reveal it here on Teachers' Day. So I was like, I have other people who were supposed to be coming on board, but I was like, no, without Shobhaka, I'm not going to start this show, and like whoever has to be, who has to wait after Teachers' Day, because I want to start this show on a Teachers' Day. And I don't think I could find anyone better to be here, because I have learned, I known Shobhaka like for 5 years ago now, 5, 6, easily about 5, 6 years now. And from day one, I think from every conversation I have with you, from experiences working with you, I have learned so much about life, so much, being a woman, how to make things happen, how to dream big, how to hold on to your big why, and so many other things. Okay, so and I think Shobhaka is a well-known person already. So my aim today is to bring the fun side of Shobhaka. Everybody knows Shobhaka as an entrepreneur. She's the founder and of Tribal Asia. It's a Ayurvedic beauty line, and she's doing really well. Her products are amazing. I mean, she is the testimony for our brand. Okay, so that's amazing. So, and she does a lot of other things. She has done. Okay, I'm just read out things because I cannot remember things because she has done so many things. She has done some course in like Ayurvedic beauty, and she has certification from India. Akka as, but the one thing that we're going to focus today is Akka is also hypnotherapies, and she also done NLP. So I am so curious from a person who's done so much in the beauty industry. She's an entrepreneur, she's busy and everything. Why this? Okay, so we're going to talk to her and get to know more about why this and other things. Okay, Shobhaka. And first of all, happy Teachers Day, Shobhaka.
Same to all of
And
you. We have always learned from each other so much. You have said a lot of very nice things about me. I'm not sure if I deserve it, but I would definitely say that you're a very, very kind soul. So thank you for that. Okay, I can't hear you now.
I wasn't talking.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So basically, I think one of the times we had a lot of nice chat was during our overseas trip when we were seated side by side in the bus, and even the bus tire, you know what I mean. Yeah.
Yes,
So
yes.
that's when I got to know you, and I have been very blessed. Thank you so much for featuring me on your very first chit chat with Ashini. Thank you.
It's my pleasure. Okay, so my first question to you is, since it's Teachers Day, and just like how I have learned so much from you and how I take inspiration from almost everyone in my daily life, little things, I want to know, Akka, who is this teacher figure in your life? I mean, it doesn't have to be teacher from school, Anybody who have given us any type of knowledge are actually teachers, and they deserve to be celebrated, I mean, every day, in fact. So tell me, Akka, like that, who is this teacher figure in your life?
Okay, there are many, as what you mentioned, right? But who would stand out the most definitely would be my mom.
Sorry, Shobhaka, you're very soft. I can't hear you well.
The first person that I would say, now can you hear me better or not?
Yeah, okay.
How about now? Is it better?
Okay. I mean, like, Chalu, can you come? Like, I need the audience to tell. Can you all hear? Hi, Akka. Hi, Sashi. Chalu, can you hear Shobhaka? Oh, okay, nobody's responding. I don't know whether they can hear both of us or not. Tashaka, are you there? Tashaka, can you hear Shobhaka? But I think okay, Akka. I think.
Okay, I'll try to speak as loud as possible. So the first person that I would mention as a teacher's figure would definitely be my mom. I think she has taught me a lot of things, though she wasn't consciously teaching me, but I kind of picked up a lot of things while growing up. So Amma is the main person I would always say. It's my main teacher figure.
Okay, Akka, Mary Akka was saying, right? I think we can hear you better without the earphone.
Strange.
Yeah, okay, that's great. Yeah, it's better now. Yeah, really.
Okay.
Really.
I look better also without the earphone.
Yes, definitely.
Okay.
So you're saying Amma is your.
Yeah, she's the main, and then a lot of people like when people enter your life, exit your life. But I would say my teacher figures are mostly I found them in books, book authors, not even real people. Sometimes it's just amazing, but that's how I pick things up.
Okay, that's very interesting because I remember having this conversation with you when we were in Yatra. But yeah, to hear you saying it again, that you actually get teaching figures from books, it's amazing. So I also know. Okay, Akka, would you like to tell a word or something about a book that you're writing, Akka? Because I know you read a lot, and yes,
yeah.
you.
Tell me. You're saying something?
Yeah. I want you to say a word or two about the book that you're writing, Akka. I mean, I know it's not the best right now to be doing. I know you're very busy, but yeah, just put a word or two.
No worries. Yeah, I think it's good also that you asked. So it keeps reminding me. It's very close to my heart. But the book is basically all themed around self-love. Self-love, I think, is the key ingredient in everybody's life today. And any kind of lacking of that is what causes a lot of problems, hurt, and the whole world needs healing. But then it starts with yourself first. When you have self-love, you can actually, how do I say, transfer it to people and animals and your planet. The consciousness just goes boom like that. So I think it all starts with ourselves. So this book is about self-love, and this is for self-love for women. So I'm always been like a women-centric, the things that I do. So this book was also dedicated to all these beautiful women out.
Okay, amazing. We really can't wait to have your book out there, but it's okay. I gotta take your time. No rush. I'm sure when it comes out, it's gonna come out with a bomb. And yes, I've always been a person who believes love is an answer for everything, and you have always been someone who has practiced that as well. So let's get into some very quick, serious questions, then we'll get into the fun part. Okay, serious question is going to be. I'm sure people know how you are an entrepreneur and all that. Very quickly, tell us what Shobha Roy was 10 years before, before Tribal Asia happened. What were you doing 10 years ago, like a decade ago?
Okay, 10 years ago, I think I still, I wasn't sure about my element. I did not find what was my actual element all about. I was still a person who was struggling within myself to find actually who was I really and what is it that I actually want to do. It's not as if I've already figured everything out right now, but I'm at least very much clearer. So to me, when I look back now, Tribal Asia was generally a vehicle for me to reach out to people, to reach out to women, to get closer to my bigger purposes in life. Yes.
Okay, definitely.
So I was basically, before that, I was just a supporter profile, maybe like helping my husband, being a typical wife and a mother, who's taking care of a kid. And at that time, my daughter was young. So the focus was pretty much there. But while doing that, I realized that I had to do more. I wanted to do more, but I didn't know what. And then, when you are prepared, the masters give you the blessing, maybe, I look at it that way. So then that's how my journey in Tribal Asia started in 2013, where I had my shop. But in 2007 and 8, I already had my first 3 products. So maybe some people do not know about that yet.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Tribal Asia, besides being a brand on its own, beauty brand, or a salon, of course, you have done so much on that platform, Amaka. Tribal Asia Women Empowerment. We have done a lot of events. We have reached out to a lot of women out there, and it was definitely a good platform. Thank you for that. I would really like to thank you. I got to take this opportunity to thank you.
Thank you guys as well.
I want to ask you, Akka. So you were an accountant, okay? I know you have been a smart student. You've always been a studious student back. Okay, this is going back maybe like 15 years or 20 years back. Yeah. You've always been a student. You are an accountant. Oh, by the way, to those who don't know, Shobhaka is like a Bengali plus Marathi mix child, but she speaks amazing Tamil. Better than any of us, and she speaks very good Mandarin, very good Mandarin. So, coming from that, Cantonese, is it? Oh, Cantonese, okay, because she's from Kapong, so I guess, okay, so coming from that line, and then I think you had a good job, Akka, you were an accountant. I'm not sure if many of them know. So from being an accountant, being in the corporate job, I know it's not easy, but running your own business is not easy either. So how did that transformation happen? What that driving force that actually made you to see, I'm done with this, I'm going to start Tribal Asia on my own? Like, what that shift from accountant to starting your own Ayurvedic product line?
First of all, when I was even doing my accountancy, I just did it because I had to do something after school. So obviously, you will have to be a graduate. You will have to, after that, start earning income. So that's what you follow. That's the stereotype of mindset that everyone has. So it happened to me as well. And I just went into accountancy and I did whatever I needed to do. And while doing that, I was also working for certain firms, accounting firms. And then I sat back to realize that was I really happy? And the answer was no, I wasn't. Um, Maybe I get like, I like to be a little bit more free. I don't like to be confined. And accounting, as you know, it's definitely, I'm sure some of those who are watching here are also accounting degree holders in accounts, right? I'm not sure, but they
I,
would understand.
yeah, yeah, I'm sure
Yeah,
many of them could.
yeah. So I did not resonate with those things, and that was when I decided what would I do to make me happy, because I needed to make myself happy if I was going to work in a profession or a career for the rest of my life, and I can't be going through this. So that was when I decided that beauty at that time, it was still very vague. So I started off with a makeup artist course, things like that.
Okay.
I do not practice as a makeup artist nowadays, but most of my makeup I do it myself. Why I stopped that is because I thought just makeup is camouflaging, but what about the real person's skin, the real person wellness, health? So then I pivoted into um, skincare, and obviously it has to be organic, natural, Ayurvedic, and stuff.
Okay. Amazing. Very quickly, Akka, why Tribal Asia? Why that name, Tribal Asia?
Ah, not many people ask me this question, interestingly, but I'm glad you did. Okay, tribal Asia is the word tribal. Actually, why I resonated so much with this is because my products had to have these medicinal plants, gift from
Okay.
Mother Nature. Ayurveda is basically Mother Nature's gift to us, and it's plants. Every component of plants actually medicinal. And in the ancient times, our forefathers, our ancestors, all of them actually used only traditional. They didn't have a medical doctor. They didn't have a pharmacy, those kind of things. So the pharmacy was basically this treasure. And what happened then is that I wanted to bring that back, what our forefathers and ancestors have been greatly using and greatly benefited from without any side effect. Those days people, they look anti-aging even without using any makeup. Even, didn't have to see a doctor, and they lived very, very much free of disease until their very last days. So because tribal Asia is using all those concoctions made from minerals, made from plant ingredients, so naturally that the word tribal was coined. Asia, on the other hand, I always believe that Asia is the region where we are really blessed with enormous medicinal plants. So when I say Asia, I'm talking about India, I'm talking about China, I'm talking about Indonesia. These are like the biggest countries in the world, and we all have our own like Jamu Tradisi, traditional Chinese medicine, and then you have the Ayurvedic, all those things. So that's the reason why the word Asia, and Shobha Roy is also an Asian. She's not something else. So that has the two double meaning there. So that's why I called it tribal Asia.
Okay, I'm so happy I asked you this question. Like, finally, I got to know the answer. And one more next question is, when we were in one of the yatras, right? I think we were talking, and then you told me this dream that you have for this Ayurvedic industry, or maybe, yeah, Ayurvedic industry. Would you like to share with us what is your dream for the future in this industry, this skincare, or specifically Ayurvedic? There's something that you wanted to do, and
Your
really, really.
memory is very good. Your memory is very good. Okay, yeah, I remember my dreams, but I don't remember speaking about that to you. But yeah, your memory is so good. My God. Okay, so
You did.
the dream is basically to see like to what's happening today is towards everyone's going towards naturopathy. Everyone's going towards organic. Everyone's going towards health and wellness. So when we look into Ayurveda, it has always been there. And this is what Ayurveda has been propagating. So my aim, being an Ayurvedic student, I'm actually not even a drop on an ocean. I'm still so much more pioneer in this ocean called Ayurveda and wellness. But I will be getting there little by little, as I said. So my dream is that how I wish in each of our household, we look more into herbal remedies. for our food, for our medication, or to prevent diseases before they are happening, rather than going into all those extraordinary pharmaceutical rara thingy, And then, of course, your skin is an extension. It's also an organ. And what if we could incorporate those remedies into our skin? So that's basically my battle against a lot of, how do I say, not so great ingredients which are commercially normally viable. Yeah.
Okay, thank you, Akka. Okay, so all this is one side, okay? You have tribal Asia, all of us know. Suddenly, you moved. I got to know one day that you are also a certified hypnotherapist. Maybe never had the chance to have that session, but I really hope after MCO is lifted, we can have one session. You're a hypnotherapist and also you're a certified NLP. So how did that happen? Why was that interest?
Okay, basically it happened before Tribal Asia itself. Very few people know this. I was first already certified as an NLP and a master NLP practitioner, and then a hypnotherapist. And then after a couple of years, that's where Tribal Asia even happened. So I think these are the tools. Yes, that happened quite a number of years back. Way back when I was in my 20s. 2 series.
Interesting.
Yeah, okay. So what happened was that time is that I got the opportunity to train under these very big gurus who are in these respected fields. So I hold external certification from US and UK for this one. So that is the most legit lah. Okay. So what happened in that course, I think, while all this was being accumulated, I think this brought me even closer to achieve what I have achieved. Because we talk about hypnotherapy, it's a whole new skill set about your subconscious mind. So unless you detoxify your subconscious mind from time to time, you cannot put in a new affirmation, for instance. If you have a lot of toxic, if you have a lot of issues, you will not be able to move on sometimes. It keeps you stagnated. So I would say that a lot of my basket or my jar was cleared little by little. It's not just one shot, it's a process. And that made me more ready for whatever that was coming. So yeah.
Okay, Akka. So hypnotherapy is basically, I think, something that we have seen in the movies. And so if you could just tell us in very briefly what exactly hypnotherapy is, what does it do? Like, what does an hypnotherapist do to their patient? Not a patient, like to their consultant. Yeah, what exactly? Sorry, because you're going to be the consultant, right? What exactly do you? What kind of service do you offer to your client? And also NLP. NLP stands for Neuro Linguistic Program, if I'm not mistaken, right? So also very brief, what exactly that means.
Okay, I will not go into the technical details because it is very
no, not that, so very briefly, so that they'll understand. So what is this alien language they're speaking, NLP and all that?
A lot. Yeah. So NLP is actually skill set. It's a skill set, excellence of the mind, So these are a special skill set that you use to progress, to detoxify, and we have a lot of presuppositions, we have affirmations, we have a lot of role plays, and the programming is like, for example, if now I'm meeting you and I'm a potential client, so I need to close a deal with you, for instance. So normally, we are very much into selling our points. I have this property at this, I don't even know anything about you. I don't seek to know about you. I'm just talking about my point of view in my own way. I'm just giving you all and you go like, hey, I wasn't even looking for this. But of course, it gets even more, even deeper. So let's say now, if I have a rapport with you, it's called building rapport. And building rapport is some successful salespeople have mastered this, called as building rapport. So I build a rapport with you with your body language. It is like something like reading your mind, so in a certain way, from the way you behave, from the view of your eyes, whether you're looking to the left, even if you're lying, you can detect it sometimes. Your eyeballs, all those moving left, right, then we know that you're in a confused state. So as the person is going to sell something to you,
I need to build that kind of rapport, and the minute you become comfortable with me, then we're already talking about winning transactions. So this is on business level. But then there's so many other things that NLP could do, not just for you, your clients, but even for yourself. Like I said, when you do those things, like I had phobia because a couple of years back, one of our cars got burned in our porch. Okay, so my daughter was 2 years old at that time, and we were all asleep, and suddenly the car got burned out.
I'm so sorry, Shobhika. Yeah, I think Tashaka and my Akka was saying that your line is breaking. Is it something wrong with your connection?
I have no idea because
Your internet.
I don't know.
Okay, so initially I thought it was my internet. That's why you're breaking. But yes, two of them mentioned about it.
Line breaking, Akka. Aduh. How about now?
That's why
I continue. Please ask them to continue giving us the feedback so that I know. I've already put my data as well, and hopefully it helps now.
Okay. I mean, even for me, it's quite lagging. I mean, on your side. Akka, are you there? Okay, everybody thought it was your internet. Even I thought it was my internet because my internet at home really is quite bad. Okay, but not that. Okay. Like
some
now,
people
okay,
can
but when
hear
you start,
both. Like Roshni
okay, yeah, okay.
says, I can hear both so clearly. So I also don't know. Still
You
same
can't be
Akka.
seen. You can't be seen. I can see you.
That's another level. Yeah, a lot of people can still see me, I suppose. Never mind, you just hear me. It's okay.
I mean, try going near balcony. Tashaka's
No,
asking
I
you to
can't
go.
go to my balcony. It's very dark there, and it's very loud. With my neighbors' children not going to school and all, it's very loud outside. So I've shut everything.
Can't see you.
Yes, you can't be seen. Oh no, why like that today of all days in the world? Not fair. Okay, so I'm not.
Why? It could be the viewers. I think also because the time right now is like a peak period for Instagram. So I guess everybody's doing live, so the internet could be lagging, or probably it could be some glitches on Instagram. So okay, Tasha now she can hear you, but I can't hear her. Okay, Shobhika.
Because just now, Suba, you look stagnant as well. Now you're okay. Yeah, now
Okay.
you can say.
Sorry, I had to cut you.
Could
Okay,
be viewers'
sorry,
connection. Yeah, I think we just proceed, yeah? And once in a while, we try to hear it coming. So where were we?
You were saying about
The mindset of excellence.
yes,
so you
yes.
can use it yourself. So I went through this trauma after this whole thing was handled. Every time I drove a car, I felt petrol smell. Even few months after that, even 1 or 2 years after that. And that was very scary. And I was very scared to drive in a highway more than 80. I cannot drive 90, 100. I immediately feel the petrol smell coming up. But my husband said, no, I don't smell anything. So you see, all these imprints, we call it, very, very deep imprints. They can be positive imprints, they can be negative imprints. So when a very negative imprint gets into you, it actually goes into your subconscious mind.
Okay.
And that you carry, it can be even lifelong if you don't look for an option or alternative to treat yourself. So that's where NLP comes in. That's where hypnotherapy comes in. So you need to get rid of all those things. You need to do anchoring. You need to do, new affirmations to replace the. It's like programming, lah. When they say computer program, our mind is the biggest area we need to program. I'm sure you agree with that.
Yes, yes. Declutter your system.
Yes, the more hurt, the more negative stuff, the more trash, toxin, relationship breakouts, abuse, phobia, like what I went through is a phobia. The more things you have, like, then you have to start replacing them with positive imprints. Otherwise, your jar will be full of negative imprints and negative issues all your life. And that's why you cannot attract the handsome guy or any guy for that matter. But there's nothing wrong with you actually. You're a nice person,
Okay.
example, you're a nice person. I'm not saying you as in you, but I'm giving an example. Subha.
Okay.
So, yeah. So these are the kind of things that you really, how often we sit down and check on this. So we get fed up, I don't want to get married lah. I don't trust any guys lah. But where is the problem actually? Is it with the guy or is it with you? So you don't want to manifest. You have a desire that you should have a family, you want to get a right guy and all, but the problem is inside here, and you are just having that and you've never gotten rid of it. How are you going to manifest? Something won't be right along the way. So these are the things that it's a very, very powerful science, very, very powerful tool, which is NLP and hypnotherapy. And right now with the MCO, I'm going to be reviving back my skill set to help others. And I believe that the more you give, the more you get. So I want to do that because I will be benefiting a lot when I'm doing that to people as well. Thanks for asking this awesome question. Thank you.
No, Akka, because I also always believe the more you give, you receive the more, because it's in abundance, right? So I think more than any, we have been having this conversation and it just never happened. Probably it's meant to happen after MCO. I think more people would need this, because MCO is not exactly the best moments for everyone. I mean, everybody is going through their set of issues. Everyone for that matter. They could be big business, people with big business, or even like a housewife, or a day-to-day, 8 to 5 kind of people go to job. Everyone is being affected. So I guess after MCO, it will be a good time for them to declutter everything that was like kept inside them throughout this period. And I really hope you will do something about it, Akka. And
I have
since you are good.
You don't mind?
Sorry, Akka, you have a
I have a request. Maybe we can read some of the comments over there from just now. I think some people have been communicating with us.
Yep.
So maybe we can address them.
I went through everything that you said. Akka, Akka said she went through everything. So after MCO is over, I'm going to send you to Shobaka.
Hi. And I also have another person here, Miss Naga. She's my Facebook friend, and she has tuned in. She mentioned something about her husband, but I can't see very clearly. Perhaps you could just scroll up if you don't mind. Then we can just answer. If they were asking us something, then it's
I saw that comment, but I can't find that comment now.
Okay. Right.
She said something like her husband is an author in a platform that you have created. She's thanking you or something. Like, I'm so sorry, Akka, would you mind typing it again for Shobaka to see? I'm so sorry.
Okay, no worries. So as you were mentioning just now, while we are speaking here, only one person said she has gone through whatever I mentioned. But a lot of them here are just watching. They are just keeping quiet. Because this is not the right time for them to reveal.
Yes.
Absolutely. I believe that every single person here, almost, if I'm not wrong, have gone through this at some point of their time and are probably still going through it. But they just don't know that they're going through it, because it's a mad world out there. You go out there, you work, you study, you cook, you do this, you do that. And then you find that you're not getting anywhere. Just like a hamster. And then for those who would like to break through, to do what they love to, or to find that particular spouse or that particular boyfriend. I'm talking to a lot of young girls here, boyfriend. So if you are preoccupied or your mind is full of all these toxin, don't lash out. Don't say, hey, I don't care. So what? I'll just be single. But is that what your heart really wants? You are just saying it. So be humble about it. Look into the situation. Maybe someday, yes, I really want to be a wife. I really want to be a child. But you are not acknowledging that. What are the things that you need to do to get it? There's a lot of ego coming inside. So that is another issue. Ego is not going to get us anywhere. And you are a devotee and I'm a devotee. We know what we are talking about. Ego is not going to get us anywhere. It's only going to put us even further in the toxic jar. So what happens is that when you have a jar, please pretend that this is a jar, although it's not. If you have a jar, you take this big. So every time a negative imprint or a positive imprint goes into your life, it is actually filling inside. Is that Starbucks?
No, it's a Yahoo. It's a purple color Yahoo tumbler. I got it from my agency.
I didn't ask you about the color, but anyway, thanks. Yeah, okay. This color thing. So what happens is that every time it's like a coin box, you know. So if it's positive imprint, the box gets filled up with positivity. When negative imprints, negative experiences, it could be just in a day you could have accumulated like 5 negative imprints. So everything goes to you. So what you need to do is, as the not a box, the jar, as the jar gets fuller and fuller, after a certain threshold, we call it threshold, it just flows up. And that's when you have your outburst and outbreak, especially when there's more negativity inside. So what we need to do is, first thing, we need to assess ourselves. We need to acknowledge on what is happening. There's no room for ego here. So if you can't speak about it to another person, or you're not prepared to ask for help to another person, that is absolutely fine. But you yourself, being your own well-wisher, I told you about self-love just now. The book is going to be about that. Is something you need to sit, understand what is happening in your life, acknowledge, analyze, and don't say you have no time for it. Because when that jar becomes full and the threshold just breaks off, things are going to be really.
Just one thing that I've observed, Akka, I thought I was supposed to just tell because it just clicked in my mind. Because, you know, when we spoke, I've always felt that you had some kind of fear. Wait, before that, Akka, can you hear my dogs barking?
Yes,
is it very loud?
It's fine. No, it's
like,
okay.
Gaga, can you please go and attend to the dogs? Because I just realized.
This is Adi Bautika. So you should just ignore and move on.
Adi Bautika, yes. Definitely. So I was just about to tell Akka, when I known you, right, I always had seen you that you had fear in driving. And I always wonder why, you know, such businesswoman, she does so many things, she speaks to, you know, like 1,000 people on a stage, she never feared anything. But why is she even like fearing to drive at night? So now it explains. So I guess everyone has their...
I dislike driving. That's it.
Yeah,
After
now
I dislike driving.
Yeah. And I'm sure many of them... Sorry, Akka?
To tell you hi Leela, thanks for joining. Hi beautiful.
Hello.
No, I would tell you that once I gone through this situation, I actually went back to my guru and I told him about this. And he told me to do some processes.
Okay.
And when I did the processes, you will not believe it, I totally got rid of that smell. It didn't come back. So that's how powerful. It's all in your mind.
Yes,
There's
true.
no devil. The devil is in here.
True.
The more you think about that and the more you lament and things like that, that's where things become worse and it takes advantage of your weakness. So that's why people say do exercise, keep yourself occupied, because exercise is a positive thing. It won't allow you to dwell into all this. Then they say do meditation. Why? Because before you go to sleep, all the days, the whole week's problems, nonsense, everything comes inside. Because that time you're going to be calm, you're going to sleep. You can't be exercising, you're going to sleep, for instance. So the exercise for your mind would be meditation, hearing some positive stuff, some spiritual stuff, or reading a spiritual book, something like that. So these are some of the things that we can already incorporate. And you were saying, like after MCO, we can have this session, but I'm saying we can do it right away. We can form a group and do it live, because that's what I'm going to do. And I'm working on my StreamYard and stuff like that. So I'm going to do this. Yeah,
that's amazing.
That's what I'm going to do. And because a lot of them, if not now, then when?
True.
A lot of us are already cracking up and breaking up. A lot of relationships break up also happening right now. I'm like, oh my God. It's crazy. It's crazy.
Yeah, okay, so we will be looking out for your Facebook page on details on this thing. And thank you for doing this. Seriously, thank you. Finally, I mean, I think we've attracted the time.
The time has come. Time has come. It shouldn't be just like
all didn't happen maybe for a reason, and now it's happening. So yeah, I really saw like a different side of Shobaka today. Thank you for revealing that part of you, Akka. So all the serious stuff, I think we've done quite a serious stuff for some time. So now, I don't know if it's going to be a surprise for you, but I know you are such a good singer. Do you mind? Shock, baby. Do you mind? Yes, Akka.
Huh? Sorry?
I know you're a very good singer. Do you mind singing for us?
Oh my God.
Sing.
Like this? I haven't even prepared what song I could sing.
Okay, any song. Any song. You just did that today morning.
If I sing old song, all your viewers will run away now because mostly all youngsters here.
Song, Aga. Yes, he's saying yes.
Okay, let's see. What song can I sing?
Tasha,
if I don't know the lyrics, because I'm not prepared, as you caught me unaware, I will just hum the tune. Okay?
It's fine. We just want to hear you sing.
Thanks for putting me in the spot, but I want to be spotting, so I will.
You can even sing national. we just want to hear your voice. It's fine.
Okay, sure. Be prepared to ask for it. Okay. Malare Maunama Maunami Vedama Malagal Pesuma Pesina Maunama Anbi Malare Maunama Maunami Vedama Udanga Sami.
Heard you sing. I've heard you singing, and I've heard our Prabhu, our Guru, praising you when you sang in Kerala. Okay, so I don't know what you were talking about. Do you remember when you were just singing, and then Prabhu was there, and he was like,
"You
joined."
Oh my God!
So I think that coming from Prabhu is a very big thing. So you are a good singer. Okay, so very quick.
No, our viewers are very, very kind actually. Just for that, they are saying nice things. Thank you. You're so kind.
What's amazing.
Oh
See that part of you.
We have a lot of kind friends, Subha.
No, Akka, you really sang well. I'm sure. Even my mom, she's just sitting at the corner there, and she was like, "Yaar padra," and it's like, "Oh my gosh, she has such a nice voice." Yes, Amma just said that.
Thank you so much.
So, very quickly, what I'm going to ask you is, how do you manage your time between all these little things that you
do? Ram, Hindi song, please. Hey, this is like a karaoke session, really.
Okay. Before I get to the question, maybe you can sing one Hindi song, Akka.
Okay, only for Priya. Priya Ram is actually Priya, my very good friend, and she's tuning in because I you know, right? Iva Akka.
Yeah.
It's Priya Ram. Okay, just one for you for a while. But a bit old songs, please forgive me for that because I don't know the lyrics. Yeah?
That's okay.
शायद फिर से जन्म में मुलाकात हो लग जा गले के फिर हंसी रात हो शायद फिर से जन्म में मुलाकात हो Thank you. That's for you, Priya Ram.
Thank you so much, Akka, for singing. Thank you so much.
Welcome.
Okay, so very quickly, so when I was talking to my two very close friends, Chalu and Nana, I'm going to have a session where I'm going to ask rapid fire questions, and they're like, "Oh, rapid fire is very cliche, and everybody calls it rapid fire." So they told me to name it in Malay. So we actually named it. Wait, I forgot. Pantasapi. So they told me to rapid fire direct translated into Malay is like Pantasapi. So they told me they were like, if you hours to even do it this round, do it next other round, but I think I'm fine. So it's going to be Pantasapi. So this idea came from
Okay.
Chalu and
Please wish me luck, everyone. Rapid fire itself sounds scary, and now it's Pantas Api. Okay, fine.
no, but say
So
it
are you
like
and your friends.
Pantasapi. I don't think it means anything like Pantasapi. Imagine it in Tamil. Pantasapi. Surukal Nirpu.
I'm not even getting there. It's okay.
Never mind. Set up questions very quickly, okay? One embarrassing moment in your life?
Embarrassing.
Yes, very quick. Like you fell or you know.
I don't know. I can't remember.
Okay, never mind. One Instagram and inspire you. Like whose Instagram? One Instagram handle or Facebook.
Instagram.
Yeah, it could be
Actually,
Facebook.
I don't follow anyone on Instagram, but yours inspires me because you started chit chat with Ashin. Starting to fall in love.
Thank you.
I'm honest. I'm honest. I don't follow anybody on Instagram.
Thank you, Akka. Your favorite clothing brand?
My favorite clothing brand would be Biba, Indian brand.
A fashion brand that you can't spell or pronounce, maybe.
I don't know. Too many French names I can't pronounce.
What are your nicknames?
My nicknames is Shubi.
Are you a cool mom or a strict mom?
Sometimes cool, sometimes strict.
One superpower you wish you had?
Superpower?
Yeah.
Be transported to Goloka. Ultimate.
That is not
I don't know
superpower.
with anything else.
Keep blessing, mercy. And if you superpower, I think all of us will just hold on to you and go back to
Just
Goloka.
hold on to my feet wherever you can and we'll just go together.
Your favorite makeup brand, Akka?
My favorite makeup brand would be maybe Urban Decay.
Okay. Biryani or pizza?
Biryani. Vegetarian biryani.
Chai or coffee? I shouldn't even be asking this, but yeah.
Tea.
She's like an ardent lover of tea.
Taken 4 glasses of tea.
Yeah. The last time you cried?
Yesterday.
Happy tears, sad tears?
Detoxification tears. Remember the jar?
Okay.
So I stop them from time to time.
3 people on your speed dial.
3 people?
On your speed dial, like you know, on your handphone you have the speed dial. Okay, the 3 people that you
I
call.
don't use speed dial all that. I just call my mother, my husband, and maybe my office number, my staff.
Okay, if there's one food item that you can eat for the rest of your life, what would it be?
One food that I could eat for the rest of my life. Vegetarian potato sambal.
Okay. What is your craziest fantasy, Akka?
My craziest fantasy?
Yeah, fantasy.
To have a date with Amir Khan. Intellectual date. Don't get any ideas, huh?
Okay. Your favorite app on your handphone?
My favorite app on my handphone should be Lalamove for the MCO.
How many hours do you sleep in a day?
5.
Okay. Your favorite emoji on WhatsApp?
Love shape. Heart.
Okay. Purple. Please make it purple.
No, red.
What do you love being a woman, Akka?
Everything. Those who do some gift in their previous life become humans, and if they've done extra gifts, extra punyam, they become women.
Amazing answer. That's all. We're done, Akka.
Thank you. I hope I said okay for your what? Pantasapi.
Yes, Pantasapi. Yes, you did so well for Pantasapi. I'm sure Chalu and Nana like so proud because I finally mentioned about it. I just think Fuzzy Moldi, she's actually my very good friend's mother. Thank you, Auntie, for tuning in.
Oh,
She likes me also. Yeah, she's my friend's mom. Thank you, Auntie.
so sweet.
Akka,
some
we
of
don't
the
see.
friends that I invited did not have IG account, so too bad. I
Akka,
miss them.
Okay, I think your camera's turned. I see the Buddha statue.
Thank God, it's only a Buddha statue.
Okay, so Akka, is there anything you want to say to all those who tuned in? Otherwise, we will just wrap up.
Okay, first of all, I would like to say thanks to everybody who actually, came on board, whether it's through you, through me, this is about sisterhood. This is about someone who's starting something with their passion. I know how it is when we are starting off something, and even little support, even that half an hour, that 40 minutes that you guys spend is really, really very valuable for us. And thank you so much. You have got a lot of things to do on a Saturday night, but you have actually used it for good. All of you here, Riaram, Rosh, thank you so much. Leela, I saw Pramila earlier, Mary. I don't know who else. I can't really see. I'm scared I will go back to the Buddha statue.
Akka, a lot of
all
them.
of them. Tasha, Tasha, thank you so much. And please continue supporting Chat with Ashini, especially for the Pantas Api. A lot of new things I'm sure she will incorporate, knowing her, and now she's got a team on this. So please give her all your support and your blessings. And on my side, I would like to say, if I have done anything funny and not so happening or what, please forgive me. If I'm not so, you can't hear me very well and all that, I'm really sorry about that. Well done, Shobha. Good show. Thank you, Pramila. You're always very, very nice to us. Thank you for coming in. That's about it. And it is my pleasure. Thank you, Rosh. People like Rosh are like super busy, So, but
Yes.
yet they are tuning in. So I think we've got very nice blessings with all these beautiful souls. And like I said, hopefully the hypnotherapy and the NLP skill sets of excellence, can be incorporated soon as well. Because I'm really, really reaching out to whoever that needs this type of support. Not to say you can say everything to me, it's okay, but follow certain process and you can do it yourself.
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all waiting for that, Akka. And before anything, I would really, really like to thank you, because I was really nervous, not for any other reasons, because you are a well-known figure in the industry and when I told you that I'm actually starting this, you're going to be my first guest, you immediately said, okay. You didn't even think twice. You said you immediately said thank you. You immediately said, okay, thank you for that. And to everyone who have been so supportive, and I think I just want to mention that Rosh Akka, she actually texted me saying that just drop me a reminder. I mean, I understand she's so busy, but the fact that she had that thought that she really wants to tune in, I really, really appreciate all of you who came in, who gave us, I think, 53 minutes of your time. I think it really means a lot. It was supposed to be like 30 to 40 minutes, but Shobaka was amazing, so it exceeded. Thank you so much for your time. Linaka just joined. Yeah, thank you so much for.
I got one tip for you.
Yes, Akka.
If you want to keep your time on time, don't ask people to sing song.
So no, I mean, you sing so well, so I really wanted people to see that side of you as well. And there are more people will be coming in on the show, and from different walks of life, and I really appreciate if you all can show the same support. And please do DM me or give me a feedback on how I can make this better, and what are the things that you are looking forward in my future guesses. And thank you so much. Have a good night, happy weekend, and happy Teachers' Day to everybody who have implanted some knowledge into any human being. Thank you, Shobaka, and thank you to everyone.
You so good night.
Good night. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thank you, guys. Thank you for joining. Thank you, Karish. Thank you, Pramilaka. Thank you, Mariaka. Sorry, I'm just reading this. And thank you, Ashi. Thanks, Auntie. Thank you so much, Auntie. It was a pleasure having you on board. Thank you so much.